In this video, I want to talk about why there's too many dashboards at your company. I know there is. Trust me. Let's jump right in. Hi there, my name is Ruben Ugarte and I'm an expert in data, decisions, and strategy. And I've naturally helped companies build dashboards, sometimes too much. But there's this epidemic of too many dashboards at so many companies. And it's not quite clear why there's so many, but I'm here to give you 3 reasons why companies end up drowning in dashboards. What led to all this? The first reason is this adage, right? This idea that if you can measure it, you can manage it. This led to people saying, okay, let's just measure everything. But the challenge is you can actually do measure anything. So you can really measure even the smallest details, the most trivial elements of a business. And then naturally that leads to all kinds of KPIs and charts and dashboards that no one really uses, but maybe one day it might. And that's an issue, right? Because data has to lead to some kind of behavioral change, some kind of decision, some kind of action. So if you have 10, charts of KPIs and 7 of them are irrelevant, that is, if they go up and down, if they change, but nothing changes on your end, they're just like FYIs. This is just like interesting things, right? When you look at the weather, when we see the weather and we see that it is going to rain, we grab an umbrella, we might have waterproof shoes, especially here in Vancouver. So there's some kind of action that we're taking on the weather, right? But if we were to look at the weather and we did nothing, it was really just an FYI, which is like, it's nice to know that today will be 20 degrees and sunny, but it doesn't really affect my life. Nothing really changes. So we don't want data to be like that. So we want something that's going to change it. And I don't think really it's about measuring something. Is if it's going to have an impact on our business, let's measure it and manage it. The second reason is that it's really easy to build dashboards. As someone who builds them and has helped companies do them, once you get the data order and structure and you have the right tools and so on, building dashboards is actually really quite easy. You can go from having no dashboards to having 10 dashboards in 30 minutes or less. This is one of those like dominoes things, right? Get your pizza very quick. So building dashboards becomes really easy, and it naturally it's a default. What's going on? Let's build a dashboard. What's going on here? Let's build a dashboard. And that's a problem, right? Again, the goal is not really to build dashboards. The goal is to find some kind of insight or idea that we can use. If it goes to a dashboard, then so be it. And the third reason is that there's no cohesion in how dashboards or reports are built. Because they're easy to build, you're going to have a lot of overlap. And I see this all the time where the sales team and the marketing team have 2 different dashboards. That's effectively the same information. That could probably be condensed to have one single dashboard that makes sense for both of them and has some cohesion, some connection between both teams. Might even be helpful. So for a lot of companies, you want this ease of building dashboards, but you also want to have some way of keeping track of what's going on, what's been built and what's not been built. And that's all I have for today. As always, make sure to like, subscribe, share, all the things you can do on YouTube. In the description box below, as I always say, there's a few links that I think you'll find helpful. First, the link to my first book, The Data Mirage, out anywhere you can buy books. The second is the link to my newsletter, The Growth Needle, where I share similar ideas like this in podcast format or text format every week. And the third is Twitter, where there's bite-sized ideas that I think you'll find helpful. Until next time, talk soon.